welcome, Mayank. Congratulations for your selection in the civil services examination this year. And from the team of Lukmaan IAS, we extend heartiest congratulations to you and your family for your selection in the services. So Mayank, tell us, how are you feeling after seeing your rank in the civil services list this year?
I feel a bit elated and I'm still processing the results internally. So everything is going fine. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So Mayank, can you please introduce about yourself to us and the viewers at large? Where do you come from? What was your education background before you took up the civil services preparation? So that the viewers also get to know about journey of us, aspirant, from being an aspirant to being a civil servant.
My name is Mayank Mudgil and I have done my BTech in civil engineering from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. I passed out in 2018 and got placed in Maruti Suzuki India Limited, where I worked for 2 years. After that, I resigned and started preparing in 2020 when the pandemic struck. So I took public administration as my optional, and this is my second attempt, and I have scored 187 rank in this examination.
All right. So, Mayank, since you started your preparation during the pandemic, I mean, pandemic was a time of uncertainty for everyone. So, during the time of uncertainty, how you managed to plan for such a a big career where you need a lot of investment in terms of your, let's say, dedication, your time, your effort. So, how do you, let's say, plan for it at that moment of uncertainty?
Sir, there was always this decision in the back of my mind that I have to pursue the civil services sometime in the future. But when the pandemic struck, I realized that such pandemics, when we read about them in history, they continue for years. And I thought that rather than giving 10 or 12 hours to corporate or to my career, it is better if I can study for that many hours and invest in myself. So I resigned when the pandemic struck, when the lockdown happened, and I knew that it is going to continue for quite some time. So I sat at home and I started preparing.
All right. So now you might have also seen this year's prelims examination. I mean, the prelims exam is, to a great extent, it is unpredictable among many candidates, right?
Yes, sir.
So this year also, last year, you have appeared in the prelims, you have qualified, you have written mains, interview and all. So tell us about how did you prepare for the prelims exam when you attempted this exam?
Sir, prelims for me, I was very much clear that we have to maximize our scores and at the same point of time minimize the negative numbers. So I identified my strength areas and my weakness areas. My strength areas were polity, economics, science, geography, international relations, and my weak areas were all of the history and a bit of the current affairs. So I had to take that call and I had to do some calculations before I went up to my accuracy, the range of my accuracy, the number of questions I need to attempt, the way I need to approach the paper. And coming to this year's prelims, I think somewheres we were all expecting a shift in the pattern. Uh, it was just a matter of time when it was introduced. Although I think the paper was on similar lines as the previous ones, the level of the difficulty was medium, which we expect, but the option setting was entirely different, something which came as a googly to all of us. But I think this is something that every aspirant has to go through in their own journeys. So, and anyway, in UPSC, we have to expect the unexpected. So,
all right. So now when we talk about the preparation for the mains exam, last year, after prelims, you might have started, let's say, revising the topics, revising the subjects, and also you might have done some answer writing. So
yes.
what was your strategy for preparation for the mains exam?
Sir, my mains examination, just after the prelims on the same day, I had quite an idea that yes, I'm getting through, I'll sail through. And we have, I think, we had, I think, 3 months to prepare for the mains examination. So I prioritized my subjects. I started with my optional, which is public administration, and I completed that in 20 to 25 days, the whole of the process and the content that we have to go through. And then I started with the essay and the GS part and answer writing. Once the result came, I bought some test series. I started attempting the previous year questions. I go through a process of refining my content and reducing my time. So I go somewhere between 25 minutes to 30 minutes a question to then 7 or 10 minutes a question. So this is a whole process of content refinement and time management as well. And I generally do not care much about completing the paper in these 3 months. I tend to perfect my answer writing and the content, as if I am good and I can achieve my time management in the very end of the 3 month cycle. I think I'm comfortable with that. So this is my whole strategy for means.
Okay, all right. And since you have studied public administration optional subject for UPSC CSE, so tell us about like why did you choose public admin as an optional subject? What were the consideration in your mind while selecting this as an optional subject?
Sir, I have my background in civil engineering, and civil engineering is not one subject, it is a confluence of 22 to 23 subjects in all. So, this was somewhere a decision, a strategic to go forward with public administration was a strategic decision, because it had confluence with and overlap with polity, GS2, GS4, and many other topics as well. We have disaster management and other things as well. So, number one, I could find some easiness in the syllabus when I read the UPSC document, the syllabus document. And then I went through the book lists as well. I found that I have some natural affinity to the subject. I'm liking the topics. And when I went through the subjects or the initial topics, I thought that this is something which I can do and which I won't have much of the problems to deal with. And in general, we have to move in administration itself, so why not read some of it beforehand? So I went forward with public administration.
Okay, all right. So, like, how did you manage to cover the entire syllabus of public administration? And also, like, you had joined the test series of public administration at Lukmaan IAS. So,
Yes.
like, in what way the test series has helped you? Did you attend any discussion, like test discussion of Ansari sir?
Sir, I sat down for 3 months, 3 hours a day, and I completed my whole of the optional with that. I completed my additional material, which is second ARC and the other things. So, and then opted for the test series. Ansari sir and his discussions has helped me a lot by refining the content and adding a few examples here and there, which have really helped me. And Lukman's test series, I think their questions and the analysis specifically was very close to what UPSC generally asks. So this is something which we can say that is as close as we can get to UPSC. So naturally, Lukman was a very good choice that I made, and I think it has paid as well.
All right. So, just after writing all the papers of the mains examination, you had a gap of about, let's say, 2.5 months or maybe 3 months for the personality test. So during this time, I mean, like, how did you like utilize that time? Did you start preparing for the personality test, or you took some gap and then started preparing for it?
Sir, I took some gap, and with respect to the personality test, I think there is a natural run up which every candidate has to go through. They have to go through with their own DAF process. They have to research about what is written in their DAF. It takes a lot of time, and it should take a lot of time naturally as well. So I did take some time off, and then after the mains result, I started preparing for personality test.
All right. So now, since you have already qualified the civil services exam and you have got one of the top ranks in the civil services, uh, you are soon about to join the foundation course in Labasna, and like you will undergo the training as per the process. Now, many aspirants are also thinking of, let's say, starting their preparation for the civil services, the way you might have thought back in 2020. So, what will be your suggestion for those people? I mean, like, what are the things that they should consider? What are the things that they should work upon to be a successful candidate in the future?
So first of all, I think we need to identify why do we want to become a civil servant, or do we want to become a civil servant at all? Because this process is very lengthy and it almost takes up almost 3 or 4 years of life at the very least. So one needs to understand that you need a north star for your motivation and a very clear goal. Once we know that yes, we want to become a civil servant and serve the nation, then the first thing that any candidate should do is look at the previous year papers, both the mains and the prelims, and look at the syllabus of the UPSC. If we feel that yes, we can do it, then we strategize what subjects we need to study, what subjects do we need to choose as optionals, what book list we need to ensure, if we have to join the coaching, if at all, then which coaching to choose for, whether to go to Delhi or not, or any other center for that matter, whether to opt for coaching, offline coaching or online coaching. There are a lot of decisions that a person should make beforehand only. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that if you are given 24 hours to cut down a tree, you should spend 20 hours to sharpen your axe. I think every candidate should apply that just before jumping into the foray and all of the madness that this process entails. So once we do that and we have a clear goal, I think what matters is the execution. We have internal motivations. I generally do not think that we need an external source of motivation in this process. Internal motivation is enough, and then we can carry forward with it.
All right. So this video may be seen by Ansari sir also. So any message that you want to convey to sir?
I would like to thank Ansari sir for all of the help that he has given. Uh, Besides the personal help that Ansari sir provides to the students, I think he has done a commendable job in providing an environment. The whole test series, I have been associated with sir only via the test series, but I feel that this environment which Ansari sir provides is something which is unparalleled in all of this uh, process of mains preparation and further as well. So I would like to thank him. I would like to congratulate him, and I would like to say that he is doing a very good job, and I'm very grateful that I got associated with him.
Yeah. So now many aspirants out there are looking for some kind of, let's say, advice. So advice, or you may say like, a message from a topper like you. So what message would you like to convey to the aspiring civil servants?
This process is long, even if you make it in the very first attempt. So uh, keep your head down, keep your hands down, and please study. There is no other substitute than hard work. We all read about smart work and all of this. I do not think that it applies in UPSC. The only thing that matters is hard work, keeping your goals and focus very clear, achieving them, and believing in the process.
All right. So during the preparation phase, since the exam process is itself of about 1 year, during the preparation phase, many candidates face a lot of challenges. And the people who have qualified the examination, they might also have gone through similar challenges. So how about your challenges that you have faced, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Uh, there were academic challenges, and then there were some personal challenges as well. In academic challenges, I had some major loopholes in many subjects. So sometimes I had to abandon all of the process. I had to start anew. I did that in my society part, and did that with ethics. Did that a bit of that in public administration as well. So this is so. this is something that I think almost every candidate goes through when they realize that something is not working. So one should not be afraid to start new, start afresh. There is always a lot of time. I think we should all remember and internalize that we need to perform during on the test day or on the day of the exam. Performing before that, even one day before that, does not matter. Performing on the day matters. And on the personal fronts, I think as I have mentioned as well, this exam takes a heavy toll on your health, your physical health, your mental health. So please do not shut yourself on the box. At least I didn't have a very close circle of friends and families who can always support you, and then keep talking, keep going out, keep having fun. So just believe that this is just a part of life. This is not the whole life. So just live like it. That's it.
Right. So, Mayank, thank you so much for interacting with us and sharing your views and like your understanding suggestions to the aspirants out there. We from the team of Lukmaan IAS congratulate you for your success, and we wish a great career for you in the civil services.
Thank you
So
so much.
thank you so much once again for joining with us and sharing your views, opinions, and your understanding about the civil services with us.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you so much.